Hey, it's Game Race Fighter, and welcome back to Telltale's Walking Dead, Season 1, Episode 3, Long Road Ahead. Let's start. If you're watching this, if you can just see, what the previous uploads are just before this, you can tell that, I'm playing through this and not Dark Souls at the minute. And, that's because I was planning to alternate it, apart from the other time I didn't because I told you my reasons, but I was planning to alternate it.
Previously on the Walking
And that was because but that's not happening anymore really, because I got my recorder for my not my recorder, my adapter, so I could record my GameCube and Wii games, and I want to use it, and I know it works, so it's not that, but I want to use it. There's a couple of games I really want to record, but I don't want to be juggling 3 games. So as this is going to take not too many recording sessions to finish, as of the start of this 4.
Did you tell anyone
Lily.
out there who you were, or that you were tied to this place?
Because there's 4 more episodes left. Well, I mean, there's 3, but there's the special episode which I'll do as well.
He's not dead! Somebody help me!
Come on! We know this guy's not gonna make it.
Dog's being a twat there, sorry. As there's that. I'm going to do these.
We shouldn't take this.
It's not a bad thing, they're nice because they get a good near, 1.5 to 2 hours out of each part. And they don't take too long to upload, so it's a good sort of, I can get a lot of stuff for my channel, and also not have to worry about it taking weeks to upload. Because that's why I set myself specifically my hour long, between an hour and an hour and about an hour and 10 minutes is usually if I'm getting really into it as an average. But for these games, because they're contained to within less than 2 hours, I'll stick to 1 episode per video. Well, I mean, I break it up for YouTube, but per recording. But yeah, so the Wii thing works fine. The only problem with it is that there's, because of obviously how the resolution is, there's a weird green bar at the bottom of the screen for some reason. I'm not quite sure, but in the editing I can just zoom in fractionally and that'll get rid of that, so that's fine. But it worked. It was fairly cheap. It was only £5.21 I think, and I got free postage. But the thing was that it was going to come between the 13th and the 13th of July and the 2nd of August, and it came on the 14th of July. Which, I mean, is very good, but because of that, that's why I started The Walking Dead, because I really didn't expect it to come for a week or 2. So then I thought, well, I have more than enough time to finish this. And lo and behold, I absolutely do not.
Looks like this is our lucky day.
This is,
Yeah, this might actually go smoothly.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, sorry, I was just going to say, Lee's lost his cool fucking jacket, which is quite disappointing. Yeah, this is probably the most dull episode in a weird way, even though it's absolutely not. But I don't know, just for the setting, it's probably the one that... Actually, that's not true. Episode 2 is actually my least favourite out of the series. Actually, no, 400 Days is the worst, the special, just because it kind of is inconsequential on every level.
Lee, where do you come down on staying or going?
You mean packing up the motel and getting in the RV?
Yeah, we've been talking about it, but you made up your mind yet?
We should go. The motel's run its course, and it's not safe.
You're damn right it has.
Basically, Kenny's now our BFF, pretty much. Not entirely, because of us not saving his son at the start of episode 1, but 90%, And somehow, in between episode 1 and 3, a helicopter has crashed into the roof.
Okay, just like last time.
Because this is the
Pharmacy and scrape together whatever supplies.
this is the pharmacy that we were in episode 1.
Much in there.
Hey, we're out of options. Something's better than nothing.
As far as I can remember, though, this is actually a really shortish episode compared to the others. But I don't know if that's true or not, or if it's just because, like I said, it's limited in settings. You travel a lot, because, like I said, it's long road ahead, so it's all about being on the road. But oddly enough, I mean, the travelling on the road is kind of one setting, if you know what I mean. So this place has pretty much got 4 settings, I'd say. Maybe 5 if you split the train section up. And that's not a spoiler, you saw it in the picture.
Looks like she's had it.
If you split it into 2 parts, basically.
Find another way up.
Better get a move on.
Like I say, I'm pretty much going to be doing this as quickly as I kind of can.
Doing so good, huh?
without without like ruining it. But I'm not gonna look at every object like I kind of didn't for episode 2 either, just because I don't care enough. It's a good episode and play it yourself. But yeah, I'm happy just playing the most of it. Oh, here's a major decision which I'm probably gonna be very unpopular for. Well, sorry, not this now, but there is one coming up. See, though, I forget, because I'm 5 minutes in, and I only spent like a minute talking, so this is still racing ahead on time-wise.
I hope not.
She'll get there.
Also, to be fair, who wanted to help Larry? I mean, like, you might have decided to help him, but who actually thought it was a good idea to help him in the last episode? I stand by my decision, and it's the decision I always make.
Really? I wasn't sure it phased him.
Of course it did.
What'd he say?
He just woke up in the middle of the night, screaming his head off. He thinks he killed her.
I mean, he kind of did, but, you know.
Christ. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, we did.
You're sure you're up for this?
Lee, I'm fine. I've got this.
You are not fine. You took a gut shot. And it definitely was a gut shot because of that scene there. So how the hell was he fine walking back in episode 2?
Son of a bitch. You alright?
Are you okay? Concussion. Yeah, this is it. This is the decision where I can see a lot of people just going, you know, definitely. Most people will definitely go one way rather than the other.
Somebody help me! Oh God! Oh God!
What the hell is that? A walker?
Walkers don't scream, do they?
Jesus, I don't think so.
It's a girl. We have to help her.
How? There's no getting to her.
We gotta do something.
See, I'm all for helping her, and then she gets bit. She's gonna die.
We gotta shoot her. Put her out of this
They
misery.
don't know we're here.
What do you mean?
I mean, we leave her alive, and she draws them all to her, buying us time. Think about it. We're always worrying about the ones we can't see. She stays alive
See,
and brings them all back to their homes.
it's fucking awful, but think about it realistically. You know, but you're gonna try to, you're gonna kill someone and make yourself a target at the same time, and neither of those helps you in any way. You know what I mean? It's a bit... If it's a manageable situation, I could see absolutely yes, but no. Not a manageable situation in any way. So here we have a little bit of a timed thing. You can, though. I have tried, just kind of like, you know, when I've been playing and testing the game. Basically, there's a limited number of supplies, and, well, there is a certain number of supplies, and you can grab everything. Obviously, now that we've left her, it's easy to grab absolutely everything. But I have managed to grab everything with the having absolutely no time. Like I say, you can do it, it's just very hard. You have to know where pretty much everything is. I think as long as you grab 10 items, though, people account it as a decent haul. But I'm not 100% on that. But it might be 20, because 20 is quite hard. As you can see, I've just got it.
I think that's everything.
Oh no, look, I got everything. So I think it must be 10 counts as a fairly decent haul. Also, this is something as well. Basically, shit's going bad here. If we didn't if we kind of made Kenny a sort of a pseudo enemy by not helping him in the last episode, he wouldn't be helping us here. So there are a lot of advantages to having Kenny on your side rather than Lily, because you are with Kenny a lot more in your situations. I love that. I love the symbol because I expected to bonk him on the helmet and it not do anything, but in the end, you know, you do. Well, I mean, you kind of. There we go, like that. I love that look of like pity, just, oh, you poor son of a bitch.
Let's go, pal.
This episode is the one though where I'm kind of a bit irritated about the Carly Doug thing, because like I said, I'm gonna say it now already, even though I've said it before, but if you leave Carly alive, you can tell everyone you were a murderer, and then basically that makes it easier to gain people's trust later on, because shit happens. But I find it a bit annoying that Lee just can't come to that conclusion on his own. I get that maybe you couldn't tell everyone, but you think you could tell either Kenny or Lily, you know, your people that you've chosen to have faith in. It's a bit weird that an NPC has to tell you when you can say this. I'm happy if it points it out more, but it should be in the dialogue option. That's not really, you know, highlighted. It should just be a small throwaway thing that you can say that's like, oh yeah, shit, by the way, I killed someone.
Hey,
Wait, what?
That's neat. I'll find you in a minute.
Because it's very satisfying for someone to try and throw that in your face, and then the person who I won't spoil, but if you trust the right person, you know, and it's like, yeah, I know, and I don't care what happened before. It's nice to say that. It's a bit annoying that you have to wait for someone else's opinion before you can say yes or no. Fucking daft. It's probably the only major criticism on choice that I can make in this game. Everything else is kind of pretty sensible.
Just what was left.
Which was a lot, actually. Take a look. We're fine, by the way.
Nice work. This'll keep us going. If we carry on like this, we'll get through the winter here.
The winter? We'll freeze our asses off here.
Because piling into an RV with you two, after what you did to my dad, is so appealing.
Why wouldn't it be? You know I'll do what it takes to keep everyone safe.
We're already safe.
Take a look at the wall, Lily. That's not graffiti. Those are bullet holes. And we got enough arrow shafts sticking out of it to dry our laundry. And that's all beside the fact that Macon is busting at the seams with walkers.
We have to go eventually, Lily.
We don't have to do anything.
You didn't want to go because of your dad's health, but he's gone now.
Easy, Kenny.
So, you two are, having a disagreement?
Cool it, Doug.
Cool it, Doug. Stop being all sensible and shit.
Sorry. Somebody needs to make executive decisions for the group, though. And I don't think you're capable anymore.
And don't start with me, either.
We're strongest together. It can't be you versus us, Lily. We're sorry for what happened to your dad, but we're in this together now.
To you, Dad.
What about the food situation?
You.
What about protection? What about when this place falls? Somebody's got to be thinking about this shit.
How has this not been working? We have everything we need.
Because of me, Lily.
That's BS, Kenny. And you know
What
it.
about medicine?
What about medicine?
Do you know how we got these supplies? We got lucky and let a girl get eaten out there.
What?
Some girl came screaming out of an alley. She had dead hanging all over her. She gave us enough time to get everything we could out of the drugstore.
You just let her suffer like what? Like bait? God, what is happening?
She was dead anyway. It made the most sense in the moment.
Lee's right. We've been putting our lives on the line doing these runs into the city. You wouldn't believe the shit we see.
We all appreciate it, Ken.
Look, Macon and its people aren't savable. It's not a town. It's full of walkers. And the people who were left are dying and wandering out onto the streets.
I mean, like, Kenny is kind of cruel, but he's that practical kind of cruel, where he's not cruel, he's just very literal about the world.
But I know you're not above murder. I know somebody has been stealing our supplies. That's right, stealing.
So a lot of people are, at this point were seeing Kenny as kind of like a near enough an evil guy, but he's not. He's just thinks about his family and friends more than everyone else, which, to be fair, don't you, in the fucking real world?
She'll get over